this is today's live on Equa Television International. We are glad you could join us on this edition. It's Wednesday. We're talking about relationship. And it's common today to hear people say, oh, this girl is good, she's nice, she knows the word, but she's not my spec. You also hear the girl say, well, he's a nice guy. He's kind. He even bought me this, he bought that. But he's not my kind of guy. Like, I'm not attracted to him. And she just can't help but say no. So we're asking this question, and there should be an answer before the end of the show. Should physical attraction matter in relationship, in deciding who you want to marry, or even in your marriage? Because beyond relationship, today we see women say, Niku Bernifa, just let me be. I have the children to deal with, the home and all of that. Why should I just suffer myself trying to look like one young girl? I can just tie the wrapper and just stay from morning till night. We're already married, so what effort should I make? I shouldn't put in so much effort to just want to look attractive. It doesn't matter in the end. So what do you think? Should physical attraction matter or not? I'm not doing this alone. I have capable hands that are going to be answering this question, and it's a yes or no answer. You bear me witness. Jemima, good morning.
Good morning.
Prudence, how are you doing? The only PK in the house. Oh no, we have two PKs. We are going to be hearing biblical perspective. Like yesterday, Jemima said, Sabu Solomon, that whether in yesterday's reality, today's reality, or tomorrow's reality, good name, according to Proverbs 22 verse 1, is better than riches. So today I don't know whether it's Colossians, or we're going to First Peter, or we're going to be reciting Psalms 91. Well, the PKs, of course, and our elder is here, who has a lot of experience.
So you don't have experience?
You know, I'm saying you're our elder now. We are still growing.
True.
Okay. So, should physical attraction matter in relationship?
The answer is yes.
Prudence. Don't even bring that your I'm in between.
I'm tempted to say.
I think.
I'm tempted to say.
Don't be tempted. Can't you? Where will you start fighting temptation? Every day you are inside temptation. Can't you use the word of? Every day you are faced with temptation. Prudence, take a stand.
Take a stand. They've been on my matter before, even before we came on set. No problem. Okay, so let me see.
Yes,
I'm still thinking
no.
of.
Yes or no?
Can we skip me and come back?
No, we cannot. Which kind of ujoro is that one?
Okay. Should physical attraction matter? I'm still tempted to say I'm not so sure, but
Yeah, I'm not even surprised.
I'll go with no.
Hey God. Well, I'll say something. Jemima, should physical attraction matter?
Yes.
The married people said yes.
And then
So who are we?
Me, I say no.
The single you say
no.
See, there's
Okay, let me ask Prudence something. She said
Okay.
she said that physical attraction should not matter. So if some random guy just come to you and he's short, flat nose,
Wow. Okay. This is crazy.
looking
I'm not on
dirty,
this show. I'm not on this
it's
show.
going to be yes, right? No, you yes, of course.
With her eyes
She
closed.
said physical attraction should not matter.
Yes, and when he comes like that with her eyes closed, she say yes because she must not see him now.
But you do know that there are some people that sometimes you find.
No, it's going to be a yes, right? I got you.
She suddenly became a
Stammering.
stammerer.
Don't mind her. I know you are capable.
No, but-
she's
but-
just trying to take you off
No,
guard.
but-
So,
It should be yes. Prudence
Yes,
just told
yes
us that
what?
physical attraction
so you
should
know
not
the
matter.
answer. You know the answer.
No, I'm just what she said. She said physical attraction should not matter. So I'm just telling her. So if somebody just come now, you're just on your way. One granddaddy just comes to you, and well, let's say you are in your 30s and is in his 60s and is like I just described and all, and see, Prudence, I love you. I want us to go into a relationship. I want to marry you.
Why I said no, yeah. I'm not taking the place of physical attraction. A lot of people, in fact, that's the first point of attraction to anybody. That's what makes a lot of us consider somebody. But you find certain couples, and you're like, why exactly are these two together again? It's confusing for you, but these people are probably relating on a different level of attraction, not just the physical one. That's why I said it should not really matter, because down the road, physical attraction fades. Down the road, physical appearances as well fade. You might find that somebody has an accident and he no longer looks as fine as he was when you met him the first time or met her the first time, but then again you still love that person and the attraction is still there on a different level. So that's why I said physical attraction doesn't really matter. I'm not saying that it's not important, but I just feel like,
and the married people just said that yes, it matters. So they disregarded Solomon that said beauty fades, and they went ahead for beauty, and they are married now. Maybe they have more to say.
But you've not told us your stand.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, that's true. That's very true.
I think physical attraction should not matter.
Okay.
You want
Is yes or no? Why?
Should
Don't
physical
use
attraction
English to
matter?
confuse us.
No.
Now we are talking. Your reasons.
I just quoted the scripture, and let me even read it again. Proverbs 31:30. King Solomon. It was King Solomon. Imagine somebody that had thousands of, like, what would you tell him about attraction and all of that? But he said, beauty, charm is deceitful, and then beauty is vain. But a woman who fears the Lord is to be praised. Prudence talked about beauty fading. If you're going for the physical attraction, oh, this girl is beautiful, and then down the road, we're not praying for, but had an accident that affected one side of the face, what will sustain that relationship? What if you got attracted to the sheep and eventually you discover that she's not sharp? What happens to the relationship? Where you have children that you expect to be smart, to be this, to be that. You got attracted to the sheep and she's not sharp. So for me, like, I've seen a lot of people, like I said earlier on, putting more emphasis on the physical to the internal. Like, he has to be this, she has to be that, and then they disregard people that would have been the best partners for them because of physical attraction. See, I've seen pretty ladies and handsome men get divorced. Why? Is it not about attraction? Is it not about beauty? Is it not about being handsome and all? So why are they getting divorced? That's to tell you it's better to get along than get aroused. Because eventually you need something to sustain that relationship. You hear ladies tell you, I like them huge. I like to have some form of protection. What did Psalms 91 say? If you're looking for protection, he that dwells in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. So which one is, I want him huge, I want to have some sense of security. Hey, you need to renew your minds.
Okay. Well, I
was a direct
don't think this discussion is based on whether you're married or not. I don't think, as long as you're an adult and you have once find yourself in a relationship, you are good to answer this question, whether physical appearance matter.
Even if you're
In
not
the
in
re-
relationship, but you will be eventually. Because
Yeah.
the third Prudence now will tell you she wants to leave this show because she's not in a relationship.
I was going to say, since he said So long as you have been in a relationship, you can answer the question. Then I would have begged to take my.
You want to take your leave? Who is that uncle that used to answer his call every time?
Take it easy. Take it easy.
Attack is
Okay.
getting-
Just like
what?
our Senate president. I withdraw that statement.
Okay, we don't. So what did you send to our email?
I sent prayers to you.
I thought you said apology.
No, this one is prayers.
Okay, that's on a lighter note.
On a
Okay,
lighter note.
you know what I want to say is that you can take away attraction, physical attraction in a relationship.
Okay.
Something must attract someone to someone. But I think where we should draw our mind to is, what's the definition? What's your own definition? Forget about the worldly definition or whatever the definition that you can find out there, whether in the dictionary or whatever setup they design and give their own definition, and that is at physical attraction. It depends. What is your own definition? Some people just get attracted by the way you smile. Not just shape that you're talking about.
It's physical attraction if
No,
I
no,
smile.
No, I'm just
shape, smile, face, body type, everything that you can see is physical attraction. So
beautiful. It's because you guys say no, that's why you are attacking me. But today I made up my mind that I will start my point and I will finish it. Whoever is collecting it, I'm collecting it back.
But at the end of the day, there will be altar call. I've seen signs. Somebody will give his life to Christ.
What's your definition? Because you can't just see somebody just like that. If we are talking relationship, people are out there and they know. You can't just start talking just like that. You can't.
Wow.
That's just the truth. Something must draw you to the person that you spark up a conversation that will even lead to even a relationship.
You've not seen people that got married because they got the vision that person is their wife.
The vision.
Yes, they got vision. See, in the days of old, our parents,
No.
grandparents.
Let's talk percentage.
Our parents and
Let's talk
grandparents.
percentage.
Sambo Zulum,
Like how many? Let's talk
how
percentage.
many of them even
All of this that we are talking,
went into
we are
relationship?
talking balance. We are talking balance because the two you can't separate them. But what's your balance? Where are you standing? What's your anchor? What are you holding?
I'm not arguing this.
You understand?
But you see why I made my point. Where I stand on my point.
Yeah.
You have different levels or different types of attractions. You would find that people are finding okay, so you hear people saying these days now that no, I'm attracted to this person's intellect, I'm attracted to this person's knowledge, I'm attracted to this person's character or behavior. So it doesn't always boil down to just how this person looks or how, in fact, you find friends that have been friends for so long, and honestly, truth of the matter, they were never attracted to each other like physically. It was gradually that it grew, and then you just find out, okay, no, I love this person, or I want to be married to this person, and then you end up being married. At that point, it was not really the physical that attracted
You have been
you.
struggling from the beginning to drag us out of the topic. Prudence.
I'm not dragging anybody from the topic. I'm just saying that for me, that was not what
See,
initiated.
well understood. There are different forms of attraction. But for the sake of this conversation, we are talking about physical. Some Muslim was saying earlier on that it's not really about the shape, but it can be about the smile.
No, you didn't get me because I was trying to make my point. The moment you caught me,
Okay,
you get it halfway. You understand? But when you allow me to learn, that's when you get the full. Because what I'm trying to say, I say some people are being attracted by the way you walk. Some people by the way you smile.
Physical.
Some people by just your eyeball.
Physical.
Some people by the way your mouth or your nose is being positioned.
Wow.
You understand? That
Those
will
are weird.
spark up the conversation that will lead to relationship, that will even graduate to marriage. That's the point I was trying to make. But the definition that I said, what is your own definition of beauty or physical attraction? Physical whatever. What is your own definition? That is, what are you looking for? in that attraction that you see. Because yes, you can be attracted, but the attraction, what is the motive behind it? Right? I've seen a lady, she's beautiful. Very fine, beautiful shape. Okay, what is ringing in my mind? A kind of lady that I want to settle with. That's not wrong. That's not bad. Because if God didn't design attraction the way it is, he wouldn't have created something that somebody, a man, will call attraction. We wouldn't have been talking about it. But he knows it's important in life, and he created it. The question is, how do you use it? And that's the reason why some people take the beauty and they get it wrong. In the sense that your mindset is totally on the physical. You disregard anything that has to do with the intellect, the morality of the person, right? And then you go for it. And then tomorrow you'll be like, well, I didn't check that part very well. I thought she's this. Because earlier you started that you talk about the issue of intellect, that people can just look at that and then concentrate on that and leave the
You get attracted by shape and then eventually you find out that she's not sharp.
She's not sharp. Yeah. But you see, I see it that's because we are talking relationship, because it's a build-up. You know, we talk about how we go into relationship without really defining who we are. I think it all starts from there. If you are carried away by flashy things and you don't care about the other side, that's the morality, the character of the person and the rest, then definitely you know that's where the Bible is saying beauty fades. So the moment the beauty starts fading, that's when issues will start coming. But if your mindset is not totally, I think that's the word, if it's not totally on the attraction, then I think there's a balance there. Because you need the two. Because in a relationship, you need something that will keep telling you that, yes, this is a woman that I want to stay with. And you talk about women that will say at home, already I'm married. I don't care about how my physics look like. But it's important. That's why a man will tell you, why would you just leave yourself just scattered like this? And then you expect, no. You take care of yourself. Because one thing that I know, men, is like, we don't like to see our women unkept. Whether in relationship, because I notice most men, they only brag. That's my girlfriend. He only say that when you are looking sharp and smart. But when you are looking shabby, he give you 3-4 steps ahead. You understand? So that means the physical matters. And you should know that alone, is something that you should take care of it. Somebody should not tell you. But that is not the main point. So for me, I would say it matters.
Okay.
But you create,
Right
you create balance.
So second
Okay, like I said, physical attraction matters in a relationship, in marriage, and in whatever form we will be talking about today, because it is what you see that you work with. If physical attraction doesn't matter, then we can as well just be blind and work with instinct and work with whatever anyone tells us. Because if you don't see and if I'm not looking and you just tell me anything, then I'll just use my head knowledge to decide who I want without looking. But we see, you pick what you want based on what you see. When we go to the market to buy fabrics, we look at the things that we want. We see colors, we see textures, we see a lot of things. Even if it's lace we're buying, we see the holes, the patterns and everything. Then eventually you pick the very thing you want. That is selection. You're using your physical eyes to pick what you want. Then why is it different in a relationship? When you want to go into a relationship, the guy you see a lot of guys, but there is one particular guy
that
stands out. Why? Is it because he has 2 heads or 4 legs? No, it's because of certain things that you saw. And
Physical.
some of these things, yes, physical, that you saw. Of course, you will see mental and other.
As you interact, you can know that.
Yes, so it's from some of the physical things that you saw just at that time. Maybe you spoke for a few minutes and you noticed some things that he did, even without speaking. You just assess and you see that, oh, I think I like this guy, you know, without really knowing the full package. Then as time goes on, you see many other things that you didn't know. But then, in as much as physical attraction matters, physical attraction does not keep a relationship. It does not keep a marriage. Now that is where your angles are now coming into play, that it doesn't matter. But initially, trust me, it does. Even in marriage, it matters. That is why a lady was looking all classy, all good, and then when she got married, you know, everything just changed within the twinkling of an eye. That is why some husbands now leave the marriage and they begin to look out. If it is not physical attraction, then what is it? It means they are losing it. The women, they are beginning to probably will say pregnancy. They are not seeing enough finances like before, or a lot of other factors that really contribute to it. And then the husband begins to complain, I don't like the way my wife does this, I don't like. And then he's beginning to see younger ladies and he's attracted to them. It is physical attraction, and it goes a long way. When you see a flower, a beautiful flower, the first thing that comes to your mind is to do what? To pluck it out and do what? Scent it. Why? Is it not physical attraction? It's because we are attracted to that flower physically. That is why we even went to the extent of plucking. But that you plucked the flower and you're scenting it, it doesn't keep the flower fresh. You have to do something, you know. You have to get the flower vase, you have to put it in water, there are things you have to do. Now that is where no physical attraction comes in. But initially, trust me, physical attraction matters. Eventually you begin to see the lady like, oh, she's hospitable. I think I like her. She's caring, she's kind, she's humble. You know, all of these other ones contribute to the physical attraction. But if you're just going to settle on physical attraction, you will not go
There's
anywhere.
no balance.
Okay, the
Yes.
question again is, should physical attraction matter? Well, you know, Jemima is a smart woman. She has been trying to. It matters, but it will not sustain and all of
No,
that.
but it's true.
No
really.
See, have you seen a marriage that lasted 30, 40, 50 years and then you hear that somebody asks them, what sustained this marriage? And they say, he did not say how my husband is handsome. You did not see how my wife is beautiful. You did
But
not
it's
see
not
her
just
nose.
that
You did
alone.
not see
they
her
do say
nose.
that sometimes, but jokingly. Oh no, my husband is
Like,
very.
did you see marriage of 30, 40 years and they tell you that, it's because of how handsome this guy is now. That's
Beauty, they say, is in the eyes of the
The
beholder.
beholder.
What is fine for me is
No,
not fine for
I'm
you.
just asking this question that the marriage was sustained by the physical appearance of the person. Like, have you seen a marriage that lasted for 20, 30 years because of how handsome the husband is, or how beautiful, how pretty the lady is, or because of the shape? I've seen, there was a time I saw a post that, have you seen a lady with bum that is humble? Like, so have you seen a marriage or relationship that has sustained? See, the truth is that beauty fades, whether you like it or not.
Yes.
Beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. Now, this is where it comes. 30 years, 20 years down the line, that woman's beauty would not change to you. Like, earlier on, I was jokingly telling Prudence, so you mean if a short man comes, who defines the right type of nose, the acceptable nose? Who defined that? Who defined that a husband or your partner must be tall? Who defined that? Our minds were are like plain slates when we were giving birth to, we came to this world. Everything that we've put in our minds were programmed from what we have exposed ourselves to. Music videos, movies, what the society have termed acceptable and not acceptable. You're with your friends and they are saying, I like them huge, I like them fair, I like them this, and you too have assumed that a bride must be slim, a bride must be fair, a bride must be this, and that is the kind of, like, I've even had conversation around, you let the guy be huge, that way your photo album will be this. Like who so what will happen to the short people? If he must be tall, every young lady, he must be tall, and you might see that the lady is short, but he must be tall. Who defines that this is the acceptable?
Then at the end of the day, they just add God fearing.
You get then when they are clocking 40-50, man. So why is it at that point it does not matter? So the thing is that I'm not taking away the fact that, see, at least you should like the person that you're going to relationship with, or you're going to marry the person. You shouldn't go into relationship with. In fact, even the like, what defines your liking? The person, somebody will tell you now, what will make me like this person is that he must be tall. That's also the characteristics of liking. See, beyond, like I said earlier on, you can see the girl with shape, but eventually she's not sharp. That relationship will not last. I've seen a lot of people go in and out of relationship. Why? Because they went for the physical attraction, and at the end of the day, it's not what they are actually looking out for. Imagine that in this dispensation that we are in, who told you that handsomeness or beauty will sustain your marriage? We are not saying that people should be dirty. Like someone pointed out earlier about you being...
Hygiene
this is
totally
different. Physical appearance and then hygiene. There are people that are just so unkept, like that's their nature. Some, it comes with the marriage for them. What will I do? What effort should I'm already married, so I'm going to do extra effort for who again? Like they feel I'm already in, so what else? There's no effort. And then some other people feel, no, it shouldn't stop, I should keep my husband. They go out there to keep themselves, like they go extra mile to ensure that they look clean and all good. We're not taking away the fact that you must be clean, and then at least you should like whoever you're going to relationship with. But it should not be the basis. Like, it should not, let the emphasis not be on physical appearance compared to the internal. Like, we are so rigid when it comes to external. He must be this, she must be this and that. In fact, you get a very good person, but you say, he's just not my spec. What is your spec? He must be huge. Huge as in how? I want a sense of security. Oh, wow. You've not seen that huge man that armed robbers came to the house and he's hiding behind his wife, saying that, please cover me.
Funny scenario. Actually very funny, but truth. And a lot of times, as I said earlier, it's not always that you find that a group of, like, somebody going into a relationship was attracted by the person's look. I'm saying this because I've seen a number of people who were not attracted to the person, like, not physically.
True.
That was not what.
Yes,
that was not what moved them to
especially
accept
those that started
person
as friends.
Yes. So my point, I wasn't trying to veer us off the track. No, I wasn't. I was just trying to make sure
Maybe
that
you should ask
we
those people
understand.
first.
I did ask. It's somebody that I asked, and I was like, okay, so why did you? I'm not sure this man looks fine. Why did you accept him? Like, and she said, when this person approached me, it was not about the face or the person, how the person. In fact, the moment I saw the person, I dismissed the person. It was gradually that I understood how this person's innermost, like, this person is who he is, his substance, his quality, and that's what made me accept this person. She said she dismissed it at the first time. That's not the first, and she wasn't the only one. An elderly lady, an older lady rather, in our church was giving us a story of how she almost did not agree to her husband because she thought that he was short. What would she do with a short man? No, he didn't look nice. She doesn't want that kind of person.
All these things
But
were
she is
programmed.
married to him now and she's enjoying her marriage. Same thing, and another older lady was telling me. So I've heard a number of stories of people who were not attracted to the person they are married to right now because of the physical appearance. I'm not disputing that physical appearances matter. Sometimes you just want to have someone that looks nice, looks beautiful. But my sister and I jokingly say some things like it's not always about the face of the person, but sometimes it's packaging. Sometimes it's packaging. So this person might not even be handsome,
Oh, you've
but
not
the
had the
person
story
can
of
just
of
dress
groom.
up so
Prudent, there was a
greatly.
groom that sued his bride the first night after their wedding. He said he was deceived. So she was always on makeup, foundation and everything. So he had this picture of her. Then eventually they got married. You know how that makeup artist can transform somebody. They got married, and then of course they are now together. Their first night, she showered and she came out, and he was like, "What?
Is this the wife I married?
Like this is not
her.
this is not her," and he sued the lady. So I've also seen a lot. I've heard a lot of stories. You're asking her, did she really ask if there are other factors? It's not physical attraction. There are people that were just friends on the norms, like you can't date this person, he's not your spec. Like these are words that we use. But again, eventually as you relate as friends, you find out that there's something about this person. It might not be physical attraction. There are other attraction. Intellect, person is smart, how the person loves God, how the person is committed, how the person is being honest, how the person is kind. Like you now find it appealing to you, and eventually you got married to the person. And then when it comes to physical attraction, like prudency, to be like, I cannot. There are people that you just see and say, I cannot even date this person because it's not your kind of. We sit down and write the wrong things. That's my concern. We miss out on marriages or relationship that would have been the best for us because we have scripted things that were programmed by the society. Instead of me to sit and write that, oh, this person eventually should be in, like the person should be in Christ. He should be compassionate. He should have character. We should be compatible. But I'm writing that he should be tall. His nose must be pointed.
Make me enjoy my marriage.
He should be dark skinned or light skinned. He should have car. He should have 6 packs. Like these are the things I'm writing. The emphasis is on the external. I'm being rigid on the external and disregarding the internal. No wonder the number of divorce cases we have on a daily basis. I think the emphasis, as important as physical attraction is, or likes are, because beyond just working with the person, some people tell you that beyond that there are other things they consider. Like Solomon was saying that if you are attracted to the person, you'll be proud to say, this is my wife, this is my husband, this is my girlfriend, this is my. But if you are not, he's in front, you are behind, he's behind, you are in front, because you don't want to associate. And we see that today. There are people that their wives or they don't appeal to them, and then they always look out for ladies out there. Why? Because they feel, I'm not attracted, I made a mistake marrying this person and all of that. But there are people, like I was saying earlier, that are in marriage for 20 years, 30 years. It is not the physical attraction. In fact, some of these people, it was, you know how then they get married, your father can just visit this person, his friend, and he will say, guy, this your daughter like is this. And he calls his son that is in the city and say, I've gotten a wife for you, and they have paid. He comes pick, and they are living, they have children, grandchildren, and all of that. So
what Prudence said, right? When I said she should still ask. That's why I said from the beginning, what's your definition? Are you defining the height, or you are defining the size? Or what exactly are you defining when you say physical? Because we are talking physical.
Physic is like what you're saying, right?
Yeah, what you are saying. But even the person that you are saying is not attracted to that person. Is he trying to tell me that the person you are married with had nothing in his physical body that you like? If I may, I should ask this question. Like nothing. Like nothing in God's creation, that creation that you stay with. Yes, he's short. He's not your spec because he's short. But you mean in his totality, there's nothing physically that she likes?
You're taking this personal. Like, I'm just so speechless. I don't even know what to say.
This is a critical question that we should look into. Yes, so ask the person. Maybe he's not telling you, but you can't tell me that simply because I married my wife, yes, that's not the attraction. Because so you mean in her totality, There's nothing I like, whether her ear or
That's
her smile, or that is physical, that at least I see, and then I have comfort.
And anytime
like,
you see it, like, wow, God don't create.
you understand?
Well,
There are
for
people
me-
that by assessment, Sambo Solomon, see if I look like this, guy is not my spec. But
Somehow.
other attraction comes. Like
Okay.
this guy is smart, he's intelligent, like he has control.
That's
of his-
just what you
I
want.
love
That's
the way
smartness.
he loves God.
Okay.
Like, have you seen people passionate about God?
Yes.
That can be my attraction.
yes.
I can just do if I will go by physical look. Oh, you've not seen? I've seen wedding that you see the lady like she's.
Okay, that's just the driving force. So nothing you like in the person, just that fear
you
of
see
God.
what
I
we
rest
are
my
saying?
case. My second
What-
speaker
our
will
point-
continue.
Our point here is not that we're not saying that there's no physical attraction.
Okay.
In fact,
We're just
everybody is
saying that
attractive.
it's-
Okay,
Is not, are we not made
We're
in the
just-
image of God?
Yes, we are-
okay.
Everybody has a point of
That's
attraction.
the balance I'm looking for.
Truth is that every single human being has a point of attraction. But honestly, let's be honest, some people's point of attraction might not just be what you are seeing. Like, okay, so
Physically.
yes, it might not just be what you're seeing.
Mm.
Because I'm of the opinion that for somebody to have sexual desires towards somebody, sometimes it's just intellect. Okay, this person is intelligent, I love this person, and then it translates to the sexual attraction. That's why you find some people. But for somebody, the fact that this girl is shaped hourglass or Coke bottle glass and all that,
But did you
that's
try?
what he
Did
is.
you try check the statistics of just what you said?
It's
And
a
prudence,
minute-
that's what
it's
they
a
think that
minority.
that's the attraction
minority,
for
right?
the other room. As far as they are concerned,
Yeah.
that you cannot be intelligent and attractive, you cannot be smart and
Yeah.
attractive, you cannot love God and be attractive in the other room. It has to do with physical, hourglass, this and that, and
Well, I
it's
feel
delusion.
that
Okay.
this all of this that we're saying, we are all talking about the same thing. Physical attraction matter, the other intellectual and every other attraction matter. It's just that they don't all happen at the same time for everybody. I think that is what we are trying to say. Sometimes, in fact, a larger percentage of it is physical attraction that starts. There are many other cases and scenarios that it was not physical attraction, and that is what Prudence is talking about. Sometimes you meet somebody and it is not even the physical attraction that got to you. It is just something else.
Instinct.
Many other things. And then eventually you get married, like the friendship that she talked about. Yes, you guys were just friends and you didn't feel like there was anything serious that could ever happen between you, but eventually you got married and you still love each other. Year in, year out, it kept waxing stronger. So we are not disputing that. We are only saying they all go hand in hand, they work together, not all the time that it has to
no,
start.
it's not we all. It's you and
Not-
Sambo Solomon that say.
Okay, myself and Sambo Solomon. Okay, no, let me just speak for myself
And
because
the way
I don't
she's
know.
talking now, as if I've said something different from what she has said earlier.
So we are saying that they all go together, not just all the time. Sometimes it will not be physical attraction. Other times it will be physical attraction. And I feel that a larger percentage of it is physical attraction. But a reasonable amount of it also is not physical attraction. Based on things that have happened before, based on things that are happening.
Please, I have a quick
and
question,
then,
Jemima.
let me conclude. And then based on things that will eventually happen, at least all that we have seen from the few years that I have lived, I think physical attraction has stood out a lot of times. And then very unique cases, scenarios, it is not even physical attraction. Sometimes a lady would be forced to marry a man that she doesn't even want, and then 2 years down the line, 1 year down the line, she's head over heels in love with him. What happened? In this case, it's not even physical attraction. Don't even bring physical inside it, because it is not the case. Other times they call you and say you have a bride elsewhere, and then you just come and meet the person, and then you live together happily, lovingly, and everybody is glad. This is not physical attraction. So I believe
Not
that
in all cases.
yes, it is not
Yeah,
in all cases.
Before, if you hear the story of our parents,
Yes,
they
it's
will
not-
tell you.
it's
They
not-
will tell you that
it's
it's
not in
because
all
of the
cases.
children that
Some
they don't
people.
want to say certain things.
Some people.
Because they just feel naragana shiga gidan don yara na."
I don't want to forget my question, Jemima.
Yeah.
Okay.
when the chips are down, when it's time to pay school fees, it's time to pay your bills, it's time to, like, at that point that you didn't expect that your husband could lose his job, or the wife, or both ways. Like, is it the beauty? Is it the shape that will pay the bills?
No.
Is it the light skin? And
No.
because I don't want to believe that in most cases it is the physical attraction that will sustain that relationship. Because see, there are times that you will be angry, you won't even remember that this person is light skinned. You feel like strangling the light skin.
But funny enough, the attraction has nothing to do with responsibility.
Yes,
I feel-
I'm just trying to tell
Yes,
you
because you are attaching responsibility to attraction.
Attraction.
Home
Okay.
responsibilities has nothing to do with the attraction.
I'm actually talking
The
about
attraction, we're just
sustainability.
talking about
What
males,
brings
female-
you
Yeah.
together.
So it has
So
nothing
I,
to do with
I think I get
responsibilities.
where this is. Okay, so
Yes.
we are talking when we talk about
What keeps
what
the relationship.
what keeps the
Just that.
relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are talking about what keeps the relationship. Truth is that physical attraction, you know, do nothing. It will not do anything. Physical attraction just brings you close
Yes.
and leaves you there.
Yes.
The next step, you guys have to take it on your own.
True.
So physical attraction has its boundaries.
Mm.
It just stops at a certain place.
That is the matter
That is
we have
that
been
is
saying.
why,
That's it.
and that is the major reason why Paul had to say, was it Paul? I'm not so sure. I think it was Paul though, that said, let your women not just focus on the adorning, the physical adorning, but they should have character, and they should have, they should build inner beauty. There's something that I find very interesting. In my house, we watch a lot of series. There was a point that we really watch a lot of series, like a family time. We just sit down, watch series, and you find that this person is beautiful at first glance, but the moment this person's character is wicked, none of us find
something
the
else.
person attractive anymore.
again.
This person just becomes ugly. It's like, oh God, this person is just next to the devil. Because of the character this person is emanating. So at that point, the physical attraction, whatever beauty is there, just doesn't matter anymore.
Yes.
And interestingly, I'm agreeing with her statistics. Actually, majority of times it was this physical attraction that brought a
The people
couple
together.
close,
But it didn't keep.
but it didn't keep them. And that is why that was why, even from those ages, that is why the apostle had to make that statement.
Yes.
That was exactly why Solomon had to say what he said about
Did
beauty
you see the
fading.
description he gave? Like a beautiful woman without the inner beauty is
Yes.
like putting a gold ring in the nose of the pig.
Yeah, like
Like
that's
it's
a
an
very
eyesore.
very.
That was why I said earlier. See, I'm not against attraction because, like, you know, some people will see a single lady and they say, she's not married because she's picking, she's selecting.
Yes.
You shouldn't even settle for anybody in the first place.
Yes.
I'm not against physical attraction. Like your guy should represent, your husband should rep. You should be proud of.
Sure.
Recently, I was hearing the pastor say that before pastors were not lady spec, but now every lady wants a pastor. Like
Yeah.
you know how they charisma now, how they
Yeah.
carry
Carry
themselves. Like
themselves with
like
authority
I'm
and all that.
I'm the son of the king of kings, you know. So people are taking their place. Oh, that now they are now spec for ladies. So you should be proud of who you are getting married to or you are in relationship with. There are guys that will just look at their babes or look at their wives and they are satisfied. Like you are giving me joy. See, fine girl always set. Like they use all sort of description
Full
for.
auctions.
Do you understand? But the thing is that whoever you're settling with, you should like the person.
Yes.
Fine and good. There should be that point of attraction. Fine and good. But that will not sustain. And the emphasis is that we have seen a lot of marriages that are crumbling. And it's not encouraging to people that are not married. In fact, that's the motivation for the unmarried. When you start telling them that you will not get married, they'll tell you the ones that are married, how many of them are still in the home. When every day you're hearing of cases of divorce. Like it has become a motivation. See, the emphasis, the focus should be on the internal. Let's be more rigid about internal. When I'm saying this is what I want, God will not tell you that, okay, like he gave us that option. He said, ask and I shall give to you. So what are you asking God for? Some of us, you go and you're praying day and night, I want a husband, I want a husband. What kind of husband do you want? Are you even prepared Are you like, what's your perspective about marriage? Like, do you even know God's intention about the marriage, or is it just about being huge, being about light skin? Is it about the shape? Is it about long hair, pointed nose, and all of that? What's your perspective? Have you come to know God's idea of the marriage itself? What is even the scripture saying about internal beauty, external beauty? See, this is King Solomon is somebody that has seen it all, and he still described that the physical attraction that is without an inner beauty is like a gold ring put in the nose of the pig. And then he's even described everything he has as vanity upon vanity. Let's get to that point of knowing God's perspective of the relationship and even the marriage. What does he want in the first place? Let the focus not be on external. When they ask you now, you say, I want a man that will take care of my needs. That what will you do to him?
Interestingly, I was going to say about the physical attraction. You find a lot of people working on it these days. You have workout sessions that could give you a better figure. You have surgeries that you could do. You have drugs that you could take that will make you glow and make you look so attractive. There are a whole lot of things that will make it, that can create the glow that you're looking for. See, my mom always says this, and I think that is my mentality that is affecting me a lot of times, but I love it.
It's helping
and
you or affecting you?
I want to say help. I think that's a better option. And I love that, and I'm proud to be a PK, pastor's kid.
See, you cannot come out intimidating somebody. My grandfather is a pastor.
That was just by the way. I was just going to say, my mom always says this. So before building up to in fact, for a number of couples that she cancelled before they got married, she kept on asking this: is it because he's fine? Is it because he's tall? What is your reason? Do you think that him being tall and handsome like this is going to keep you in this marriage? What of his character? Do you love it? Are you agreeing with yourself that whatever he dishes out, I'm going to accept? Those are certain critical questions that you need to ask yourself. So this person takes a sip of alcohol today, next tomorrow if he's a drunk, would you be able to stay?
He's handsome now.
Would handsomeness keep you? So those are critical questions. She keeps on drumming into our heads. Like, you need to ask those questions before you get into a marriage or even in a relationship, because the mindset she keeps drumming in our head is like, you don't get into a relationship until you're set and prepared that you want to get married. So get ready, prepare your mind before you go into, so that you won't make mistakes that you would regret later.
And you see,
and somebody else made this statement, and I want to believe that it's true. He said that there's a choice that God allows us to make, but when you do it, he honors that choice, the choice of who you marry. So you might not even see his face when you're getting married, but when you have made the choice and you have gotten into the marriage, he honors that decision, and he wants you to walk by your decision, stand by your decision. If the going gets bad, you can seek his face, because he would always be there to lend a helping hand. But he still honors the fact that you have accepted that this is the person that you're marrying. So if God is going to accept your choice, is it not better to seek his own face first, so that you get the right choice, so that attraction will not just physical attraction will not just be the reason why you're marrying this guy. Physical attraction will not be the reason why I'm marrying this girl. See, there are now things that we can wear so that you would think that we are fine like that.
So many artificial.
We have plenty things that we can wear. Sometimes
from the one that will increase your height,
from our head to our height to everything, we can add
everything.
everything. So we can actually do everything now. There's the whole, you can change our skin if we want right now.
And then
And you know, most of the guys that are saying, oh, I want her light skin, and they cannot even afford the cream sef. When she says, oh, it's 20,000, the organic product 20,000-30,000, you say, you should use, I don't want to advertise the product, but you should just use like
the normal
you get
petroleum jelly.
Joyce, you are right. And you see, anytime we talk about relationship, we try to go back to the root and then look at what's God's plan for marriage. You check it. What's God's plan for marriage? If you are thinking and you're hoping that one day you're going to get married, have you sat down and check what is the original plan of God when you talk about marriage,
Mm-hmm.
and how do you start? Because when you start on a wrong footing, like she rightly said, willpower, God allows you to choose whatever you want, and he grants you your heart desire, and then later you start regretting. That's when regret comes. When you disregard the process, then definitely regrets set in, because at some point, once you start regretting, you begin to know that time you'll be certain that decision you made, something went wrong. That means you went your own way, not God's way, because God, according to Jeremiah 29:11, he said he knows the plan, he has for us plans for good. The original plan of God is that ending, that good ending. The moment you are not seeing that good ending, then you know that something is wrong. So he tried his possible best to see that he destroyed that original plan of God in the process. So in the process, he brings the issue of, like, that's the reason why I said, what's your own definition? Even the beauty that you talk about, we know the definition of God. When you talk about inner beauty, he's talking about character, he's talking about morals, those good things. That's what he's talking about. Why are we not concentrating on those things, and we are looking at the physics? That today you can just have an accident and it's gone. If you are talking about smile, you are talking about height, you are talking, and the legs are amputated, will you stand? But when you look at the inner beauty that Christ is giving, that's what glows, and that's what keeps the relationship. And we should know that we are ambassadors of Christ in whatever you do, whether you are single or married. Whatever you do, it portrays Christ. So the devil will make sure that in the process, for you at the end to portray Christ, he will distort the process. So he makes us to think about what the community is giving us, what the devil is giving us. That's why Romans say we should not conform to the pattern of this world, because we know the pattern of the world is not aligning with the pattern of God. That's why you see all these issues of things you brought that people can do. If that's the beauty that you are looking for, that's why at the end somebody can just go and sue his wife first day, and you are suing her because you feel she deceived you. But how many people now are living based on deceit? Somebody is coming with a good heart, and then the other person is coming with something different. The person is looking at someone that he thinks he wants to settle with, but the other person is seeing as the person that I think if I settle with him, he will supply my needs. They will be conflicting, because the purpose is not one. If the two of you are not seeing that we are coming together to raise godly kids,
Godly family,
then you miss it.
True.
Then you miss it. At the end of the day, is regret.
And then physical attraction actually can be like bubbles. We all know bubbles. 1 minute is here, the next second it has disappeared, another one has appeared. So if you're just going to base on physical attraction, then it will really take you nowhere. Like, you can't go anywhere. There was this lady that said she was attracted to the person she's married to because he was very calm. Like, that was her physical attraction. Now they are married, she's angry because when she wants him to talk, he's calm. When she wants him to raise up and be manly, he's calm. So it can be like bubbles. Today is fairy tale, tomorrow is monster or something else. So you should not base on physical attraction. All of these other attributes that we mentioned should be the main factor. Don't even base on physical attraction. So if you have it, good for you. If you don't have it, work to see that you focus on the most important thing.
and actually, physical attraction can make you veer off to cheating, but that doesn't validate you cheating. In fact, it's a fact. Don't cheat because you're no longer attracted to your wife. No, in fact, look for something else that will make you attracted to her. You'll find it.
Prudence. Anybody, whether man or woman, that cheats because he feels that his wife or his girlfriend or his husband is no longer attractive, is just a flimsy excuse. If you check it very well, that is not the main reason. It's just an excuse that people just throw it out there, that the world just throw it, the people to accept it, and then to do their schemy whatever. But I don't think it's a reason.
It was indeed a swell time here on today's life. Thank you all for the great conversation. We are bothered, yes, we are indeed concerned about how that a lot of young people, Christians, miss out on good marriage partner because of some of the external factors that they hinged on. Beyond physical attraction, I would like you to be rigid with the internal factors. Renew your mind. What is God saying about relationship and marriage? Get his perspective about that. What he desires of you primarily is to reflect, mirror his image in the home and in the society. So beyond physical attraction, as important as it is, let the focus be about internal, so that we'll have homes that will glorify God and society that will honor his name at large. This is the much we'll take on this episode of today's live. We hope you learned a lot, especially in deciding who to settle with or the person you're in marriage with. Until we come your way tomorrow same time, you enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.